G'day guys, it has been a while. We thought we should probably do a bit of a catch up.
Yeah, probably. It's been many months.
Oh, it's been about 8 months since we've been back home. Yeah. We are currently in New Zealand.
We sure are, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you anything about that. You can wait until our vlogs are up, but we thought we should probably do a bit of a catch up before.
We have been filming a lot in New Zealand, so
yes.
We filmed heaps, so we've got lots of episodes coming out, so make sure you stay tuned for all that stuff coming soon to a theatre near you.
I'm sure you guys are wondering where we left you off, what's happened with the car, what we've been up to.
Lots of things to answer.
I think you should start.
Okay, well, first of all, we'll start with the car. So the car was experiencing, I've actually got a video on my phone, I'll insert the video in. The car was experiencing like a severe loud knocking noise. Now I thought it was rod knock. Lots of people, I sent videos to me dad and
heaps of your
mechanic mates and all sorts of stuff, and everyone was kind of like listening to it from the videos and they go, that really doesn't sound good. The car was sort of shaking and just really sounded not good, especially where we were. We were about to do the Gibb River Road.
We were a day off from doing the Gibb River.
We were a day off, so we were about to get to the really good pit and we were super shattered, but I took it to Toyota where were we?
We were in Kununurra.
We were in Kununurra, yeah, that's right. Took it to the Toyota in Kununurra because we actually stayed just next door, which was lucky, but I took it there. They said it'll be a month before they can look at it. But they did say just from looking at it, not taking anything apart, that it does sound like it's rod knock and that I shouldn't drive it. And then from then on, everything just went downhill. We're like, well, we're gonna need to go home.
Mm-hmm. And we started looking into transportation.
We started panicking straight away.
How much was it going to cost us?
It was going to cost us about, I think it was like $9,000, $10,000 to get the car home, to get the flights, to book accommodation for the time being. It was about,
At that point, we only had $9,000 left.
So we were
going to have to get some work.
Yeah, it was about that much, yeah. So we were shitting ourselves, and then I talked to all my family, and I ended up just calling my brother, and then he was like, oh, well, should you check through RACV? And I was kind of like, oh, I didn't think I'd be covered for that. But then I was like, all right, I'll check. I called them up, and lucky enough, I paid for full comprehensive car insurance, which was the best thing I've ever done. What happened? Yeah. So I call up the insurance place, and I'm on the phone to them for a while, and we're just at the Kununurra pub, and we're like, we just start drinking at this point, because they're like, well, it's all stuff, so nothing's going well. End up calling RACV, and they actually said that I am covered to get a tow all the way back home, and they covered accommodation, flights, everything. So if you want good insurance, RACV comprehensive car insurance. This is not a sponsored video, but
they top saved
tier.
Us.
They did top tier good stuff. And they ended up sending a mechanic to look at it through RACV. He looked at it. He said, "Don't drive it. It sounds like it's going to explode." And
he put it off as not safe to drive.
He put it off. Yeah, he wrote it down as not safe to drive. Then everything from there. RACV sorted out everything else. We, paid for accommodation, like we said, and
we got flights literally the next day. So there was an airport in Kununurra, and that took us to Darwin, and then we went from Darwin to home, basically. Yeah,
it was less than a 24-hour decision where we were in Kununurra doing a lap of Australia to we were back home. It was so quick and fast.
It was such a turnover. I was so sad. I was on the plane crying because I'm going like, I'm enjoying this amazing lifestyle, which it was.
It was great.
It was such a good lifestyle, and then suddenly everything just went downhill so quickly, and I'm just like, how the hell am I in such a beautiful place and suddenly I'm back in Melbourne? Not saying that Melbourne's not beautiful.
Well, you know, we went from 36 degree weather at night time to like 4 degrees when we landed in Melbourne, and that sucked.
Oh, yes.
That sucked so much.
We got so used to hot weather.
Yeah, it really sucked. But luckily enough, everything was covered. And then fast forward to a couple months, we ended up getting the car back home, had to take all of our stuff out of it. The worst part about that is I didn't empty the toilet before
Stunk for so long.
before we left. So that toilet has been sitting in the car full of lots of stuff for over a month. And let me tell you that I almost just wanted to burn the car when we got back. It smelled that bad. But anyways, it was horrendous. But we got the car back. Then me and my dad, we jumped the car and then we drove it around to our factory. And we took the car back to the factory and we opened up the engine bay and then we took the top of the motor off. And we just started, the first thing we wanted to do was do a compression test to see if it was all good. So we take out all the spark plugs, do everything you need to do, test all the compression for every single cylinder, and it was all 175, so it was all kosher, it was all good. And then we kind of just looking at like all the spark plugs at the quality, like I replaced all that stuff before we left, so it should have been fine. And obviously we got the car serviced in Cairns, which was like not less than a month before we actually decided to, get the car back and all that stuff. And me and my dad, we were both looking at all the spark plugs, and 2 and 5, they were very discoloured compared to the other ones. And then we kind of like, oh well, then we'll check the coil packs. The coil packs 2 and 5 was on one coil pack, which if you don't know, a coil pack costs you about $100, $50 to $100, something like that. And we're like, right, well, we'll go get all new spark plugs up the road, replace all the spark plugs, and then we're like, okay, well, 2 and 5, that's, we'll replace the 2 and 5 coil pack too. Replace that, and it ended up costing us about $160. And then they start the car, and all sweet. So
no trouble since.
No troubles at all.
Gone camping, we've taken on a little venture.
The car's
so
fine. There's nothing wrong with the car. It doesn't have rod knock. It is I've got it checked over by heaps of mechanics. It's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it, which was a very sad realization when that happened. We were kind of like
kind of devastated.
We're devastated because we're like, well, if we just just waited and got it done or whatever, we could have still been.
And we didn't really have the money by the time we came back, so we had $9,000, which wasn't really enough just to take off again.
We were gonna have to stop and work. So yeah.
And I sold my car as well, so I spent a part of that money getting a new car. So
yeah, we moved back in and everything was working. So when we fixed the car, we actually we weren't able to leave. So and that really sucked because I had all these I'm not a mechanic myself, but I had all these professionals telling me that I shouldn't drive the car. It's dangerous to drive. Something will happen. It'll be way worse. So then, we're about to do Gibb River Road, which is thousands of kilometres in the middle of nowhere. So that's what kind of set us apart. Like if we were in a big town or something like that, where it was like, oh yeah, we'll just wait or whatever. But we would have
just gotten work. And I think if it was in Broome, we probably would have just stayed in Broome, done some work.
But
build up the money.
Yeah, but it all came down to the fact that we were literally pretty much in the middle of nowhere. So, that all happened, and the car, nothing's wrong with the car. It's all fine. It's all fixed. I've been driving it for months now, and it's fine. Yeah. Which that one stung a little bit, but anyways, into the future now. That's all done and finished. But what's next?
So future for us. We are currently looking to start a brand. Ryan is being our model. Move closer.
There we go. This is just like a simplistic hoodie. So Peninsula Threads is our clothing brand. So we're starting a clothing company. We're also doing camping mats as well. So the one thing...
We are testing out some camping mats, which won't be launched straight away. The clothing is probably going to be launched very soon.
We've bought a hoodie, a t-shirt, and a female's t-shirt just to start with, because it's expensive. We didn't know, but it is expensive. But
we've already done a few samples. We've been working on this business basically since the moment we got back. So while we were traveling, we kept on talking about we want to start a brand, and Ryan and I both said kind of had clothing as a dream of ours to start a brand with
I've always wanted to do clothing,
Yeah.
so has she, so we just kind of bit the bullet and
Yeah, so that's something we've always talked about. And then the other thing was with the mats, we were sort of trying to think in like inventive, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I don't know. That was sort of the one thing that we had, like a kind of shitty camping mat, but
just a BCF
we never put it down because of just how gross and dirty, and like you couldn't clean
get the dirt off.
It was just terrible.
And the bag that we got had basically split open,
and
so then we didn't have a bag for it, so you'd have a dirty mat.
It was a mess.
So that was the one thing we wish that we would have. At the time when we sort of talked about it, there is a few more on the market, but when we sort of looked into it, we couldn't really find
really
any.
A thing, yeah. I'm talking like a camping mat where it's like 100% recycled plastic. Like you can hose it down. Like doesn't matter how dirty it is. You can peg it down. You can lay it in.
Have a good bag to put it in.
Yeah,
too.
You can lay it down in a pile of mud and then just hose down, and it's completely clean.
Yeah.
Like that's what was wrong with our mat that we had. We were camping in New South Wales. It was always muddy because it was raining down, and you just couldn't get the mud out of it. You couldn't step on it with bare feet, not get your feet dirty.
We'd hosed it down as well, which the mat that we've got now, not really too sure if we're going to go with the exact mat that we've got. We want to sample a little bit more and make sure that we're giving you guys a mat that we know is genuinely good, because we don't want to put something out there that we don't believe in. But we've tested the one that we've got so far in the Murray. Yeah,
we've got a sample, so we've got one sample. It's not the exact perfect design. We will change it a little bit. It's not 100% what we're feeling. It is just the first one. We have tested it out the Murray.
And the dirt came off easy, just with a hose down.
It's hosed down, ready to go. It's easy, really simple. And it's also for caravans, for Landcruisers, whatever you got, it's going to work. It's a 2 metre by 3 metre long. So it's pretty big, but it folds down quite nice. And we're in the developing stages of making them too. So if you get campers, like I know everyone watching loves to do camping like we do. So we wanted to make something which was really good quality for camping. Yeah.
Well, we basically got straight back to work as well, and we've been saving and using a lot of our money towards our clothing brand.
We've been saving because obviously we want to finish the rest of Australia.
Yes.
That's something that is going to be happening. I don't know how many months. I don't think it's going to be as long as we went for.
No.
Because I have a lot of work to do with the family business and stuff. I have a lot of responsibilities. Plus our clothing brand, plus all the mats, and we've got lots going on, so it is a lot. Yeah.
And what's going to be happening with the car as well?
Oh yes. Well, if anyone's interested in a Toyota Landcruiser 105 series built by yours truly,
totally kitted out.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Everything.
We will be selling the car, and we will be getting a new car. So, and hopefully.
We're going to be borrowing a dad's.
Yes. So the whole time you guys have not been here, me, my dad, and my brother, we actually designed and built a camper trailer. Now my dad did do most of the work because I was obviously at work, working on it also. But props go to him because he's done definitely most of it.
We're going to have to give you a tour one time, but I believe we're going to be taking that around our...
Yeah, it's quite unique. It's like it's fully built aluminium camper trailer. We've never done anything like that before, but my dad kind of wanted to buy one, and he's kind of like, well, let's just build one. So we did just that, and we just built it because we have the machines, he has the brains. I had no idea about building a camper trailer. I'm dual systems myself, but he took us about 4 months to build from nothing. We built the chassis to the framework, everything, all electrical, did it all in house. So it's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's just a bed inside, but
it's just a big king bed inside, and then it's like outdoor cooking area and shower, and it's got everything.
Everything's more outdoors, but
that's kind of what comfy. We sort of wanted though. You want to still be in the outdoor aspect, other than being like in a caravan where it's like you're all fully indoors pretty much. But we'll show you a video on that. It's pretty cool. But we're going to be buying a new car. We will be selling a car. So I mean, if you're in Victoria, want to have a look at it, I mean, it'll be up for sale. If you want to buy it
from anywhere else, we can ship it to you.
It'll be up for sale. So it'll probably in the next couple of months or whatever. But yeah, we'll be buying a new car and we will be taking that caravan for a couple of months to do the west coast of Australia.
Yeah, finish off basically what we've been wanting to finish off. And another thing is Ryan is going to be starting doing draw systems.
Yeah, so I do have endless amounts of comments and I get people message me all the time about the draw system out of the car and all this stuff, and I've had people ask me if I'll just sell the fit out straight out of the car and just, you know. So I probably will be designing similar type of draw systems to like the one I have in my car. Obviously be a bit different because not everyone can take the back seats out of their car and, or wants to, because that's obviously what we had to do for ours. But yeah, I'll be making modular like draw systems for work cars, cruisers, patrols, anything, canopies. I'll be eventually getting around to, you know, doing it all. Yeah, that's definitely in the future.
Baby steps though.
Baby steps, yeah, but that is something that I do want to do. So if you are interested in anything like that, let me know and I'll see what I can do, because I have had a lot of comments. I've had a lot of people message me about making draw systems, and it's kind of just, you know, put it in my head where I'm kind of going, well, I mean, if people like the product, I mean, they seem to like it after the rigged rundown that I did. So, and no one
gets so many messages still,
and no one really has anything sort of like that. But yeah, I will be making them, and so if you do want something similar with like a kitchen slide drawer set up with, you know, all the stuff that I have, chopping boards, bloody sink, whatever, let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. We've been doing.
Yeah. Well, we've basically just back home working. I do beauty. Ryan's
switchboards, all the electrical stuff, family business.
It's been working, camping when we can with our friends.
You know, doing clothing business. Like, we've been doing the clothes stuff for a while now. Like, we've had lots
since we've basically been home.
Yeah, since we've been home, yeah. Well, we did have a first, like, sample, which we paid...
We were going to do bathers to start off with, but it just didn't work out.
No.
The manufacturer.
Yeah, we got a product that we paid, like... It's a fair bit for, and we just didn't like it all. So we were
like we said, we want to give you guys good quality products.
We chalked it up to a loss. I'm like, well, we're not working with them at all. That's just not good quality. So we ended up getting stuff like this and this. I've been wearing this every single day since we've got it. It is just comfy as. It is so nice. All of the clothes are just perfect quality, and for the people who helped it out with all that stuff is, you know, they're all fantastic. So
yeah, we're so excited to launch. So keep an eye out for that, because it is going to be launching very shortly.
Yeah.
And yeah, enjoy our New Zealand vlogs, because they'll be coming out soon too. So keep an eye out for that.
They will be. And yeah, if you want to support us and you want to help us, you know, travel more and do all that sorts of cool stuff that you'd like to see, go buy a hoodie, go buy a t-shirt, whatever you want.
Subscribe, comment, help us out.
Anything helps. Anything helps. So, yeah.
All right, we're going to leave you guys there. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to our little catch-up.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
We'll see you in the next vlogs. Bye, guys.
See you later.